Today we are going to do North Korean conquest. The first enemy on the hit list is South Korea. We have created a special force unit, and in this mod, special force units are really powerful. Really powerful. And you will see a proof of that in the next moves. At this time, we have 3 units, and one of which is on an officer. You can see how much damage it has given. Special force unit. We have conquered South Korea in one move or 2 moves maybe. Chinese Type 88 tank and Russian T-14 Armada tank. Now we keep our eyes on Japan and do a paradrop. In the center of Japan. General Feng Di will be given the command of the unit. Because this is a start of the game and we are playing from a 1-star nation, we don't have a lot of moves in the start. Of course, we will build up and have more cities, and then we can have more moves. Now we will try to make the crossing. It is very possible that Fengdi will get a stronghold in Japan. ROC is defeated. Taipei captured. After South Korea, our second objective is Japan. And Russians and Chinese, you can see they are a lot aggressive. And I did not make any unit for the reason that I wanted to paradrop directly rather than make unit and make them cross open waters. That is really dangerous stuff to do. Navy can really dent you. We have to keep a check on the advancing Americans. You can see General Douglas MacArthur. As for now, he's fighting from the Philippine side. And an Indonesian infantry unit. And finally, we have a stronghold in Japan. We have split Japan in two. The East Sea, Sea of Japan. China has also gotten a stronghold in Japan. It has taken over one city. The strategy that we will employ is we will not create units on mainland Korea. We will gain some foothold by the use of paratroopers in Japan or in forward operating bases. From there on, we will expand. And we will also create our navy in Japan so that we can look towards the east where America lies. They would be already coming with their navy to get us to help Japan. At this moment, I'm fighting from North Korean side. In future, I would like to also fight from the South Korean side because it would be a good challenge. They are under pressure from immense Chinese forces, huge Chinese forces, and also Korea and Russia. And America is a little bit far to help them. So I would like to face the challenge some point in future. Israel is defeated. Troops coming in from all sides of Tokyo. Maybe we can get this, and we have done it. Japan has lost the control of all its cities. Intercontinental ballistic missile. The first thing that we will do is soften up the defenses a little bit to help our troops and Russian and Chinese allies to get through. Once we make a landing, there is no turning back. And Navy is also very dangerous and has to be eliminated, and we give over the turn. We have the control of Sapporo, Tokyo, and we have in total we have 3 cities of Japan. This is a Chinese mode, so Russians and Chinese are really powerful. They have the most modern equipment. Americans also have powerful modern equipment, but I don't know why, but the Chinese and Russians give more firepower. I mean, why? I don't understand, but that is the case. It is what it is. And still, the policy is that we will make few forces that will land, and once we land on the American territory, then we will build our troops from there. intercontinental ballistic missiles are really powerful. You can see how much damage they give. One shot kill. So this is the situation in the Pacific. And here it comes. So this is the situation of America. They have not done a great build up this time. Generally they are, by this time they are, this Pacific is full of American warships. I don't know why they have not created navy or build up their army. We will take some islands, and simultaneously we will also attack American soil. The paratroopers will soften up the defenses and make the way for landing forces. You can see an American unit is cut off and encircled. This is a really big contingent of special forces. No one paradrops this much units in one go. Manila falls. And in European theater, I also think that Russians would be making good progress. They have extraordinary armored forces, and they have intercontinental ballistic missiles. I mean the mobile ones. They are a good weapon to have because they can strike from very far. They have a big range. And you can see the Americans have nuked us in Tokyo. They have done what they do the best. Nuke people or threaten to nuke them. As I had mentioned earlier that we will not bring forces from the home island. We will either make forces in Japan or in America. So once we take the hold of Anchorage, then we will make some tanks and artillery. And as you know, we are not the most modern of the nations. We have powerful military, but not the most modern weapons. As you can see, the Americans have Abrams and the artillery unit, which we just destroyed. Now we have a port in Japan. I would love to have an aircraft carrier because air superiority is something that is crucial in modern warfare. What's happening? Why is it not ending? Why the turn is not ending? Yes, it has done. Kazakhstan is defeated. Russian army is making sweeping gains in both fronts, in the Pacific theater as well as in Europe. Laos is also defeated. The forces that we have created, we will keep them. I mean, we will make them go forward, and it is time to build up a navy. Cruisers are good to eliminate enemy surface warships. After warships, after cruisers, I will make an aircraft carrier. You can see the radiation of the nuke in Tokyo. I have a feeling that Anchorage is about to fall. I think I have committed a mistake. I could have easily taken over the city. But okay, we'll wait for the next time. Even now we have less moves than other countries. But we will really expand the military in American theater. Our allies are making good progress on all fronts. And I believe this time Anchorage will fall. And it does. Now we'll build our armored forces, and but we will also make massive use of paratroops. They have really good reach, and because we have upgraded the technology so much that we can now drop commando troops. Like these paratroopers are commandos, like special forces. So that really helps. An ordinary infantry unit cannot do this much. We have created a full whole front of special forces, and you can see we have cordoned a city and an American unit behind our wall of human will. You can see this is a front. If anyone wants to know what is a front, this is a front. That's how you make a front. But this is a really deep front, not a very ordinary one. It is a deep front. So this is the situation, and our allies are also coming, and we have make, you can see a beautiful line like the wall of China. This is the wall of Korea, and we give the turnover. Let's see how many more Chinese troops come into the Bering Sea. This is the sea that differentiates America from Russia. It would be surprising for many people that Russia and America are neighbors. They have interlocked water spaces. Seeing the map, people would think that America and Russia is very far, but it is not. And we will now move the whole army as a front. We will not disperse them, and we will not let our line get broken. We'll take this army, this front, and sweep through whole of America, and we will end up on the other side of America. That is the plan. I mean, I, that's easy. I would think that would easily be fulfilled. So you can see that there is a chance that they could have broken. What is the name of this Canadian officer? I forgot. Sort of Harry or I just don't know. I forgot. This is a mod in which you can get unlimited money. So I have also another mod on my channel which is a lot more latest. This is an older version. You can see that General Bagramian with along with Zudi is heading towards America. Any unit that we have made, we will take it to the front line. So why? Because I don't want any units stranded and doing nothing, no action. It's better for a unit to fight and die rather just stand idly. You can hear the voices of a rooster and a dog in the background. I have both of these animals, so don't mind. I hope you don't mind. From the north, we are descending on the cities of Canada, and you can see that we have held the front. There is a gap in the center, but I don't think so they have the capability to penetrate. So we divide the front in two groups, two battle groups for sending towards separate objectives. We will surround this unit first, then we will make a kill, and maybe we can do a paradrap. So the allies are coming, and I suspect that the allies will land in San Francisco. I mean, in the southern parts of US. So let's see what happens, where they land. So this is the whole situation in the Pacific theater. And again we have given the turnover, and you can see the massive buildup of China. You can see the red Taipei. This is an unfamiliar sight to see. They are trying to encircle General Manstein, but they don't know that Manstein has the capability to fight on his own without any front or allied support. He is sort of a general that can make a dagger thrust deep into enemy lines because he has immense amount of firepower at his disposal. This is the southern army contingent and this is the northern one. Step by step we move closer and we reach next to the river. The front looks a little bit scattered. We will try to organize it in the next one or two turns. Now we will diversify our army a bit. There are too many special forces, so we will have to build armor, artillery, and infantry. I mean, special forces are also infantry, but the ordinary one, like the motorized and mechanized, they have also to be built. And you can see the whole chain of Chinese Navy. Philippines is also defeated. Their main city was taken a long time ago. I don't know what they were doing till now. We try to envelop these American forces. These two army groups are moving, one from south and one from north, but at one point they will meet. We will try to do a rendezvous in somewhere in the south of America. We'll attack from both flanks and then we will meet in the center. Yellowknife is in sight. Kuznatos is also coming. So it is a nice build up. Once our allies get up onto American beaches, then there is no stopping them. They'll steamroll through the whole territory and capture all cities. And as for Australia, we'll leave it to China to capture. I would personally not like Indonesia to fall. But okay, this is just a game. The red territory is expanding, or I should say, is it brown? Brownish in color. You can see there are three fronts forming, and we will try to gather them all in the south of this continent. If there was a powerful army, this would have been a really dangerous move because we have large gaps between these three army groups, but they don't have sufficient capability to counterpunch. So we are working with impunity. You can see the diversification effort is going on. We are making some armor and infantry units, motorized infantry, and the officer of North Korea has also arrived. They are halfway in the Pacific, the Chinese, and you can see from the aerial view how the line looks. They are having two contingents, the Chinese and Russians, both of them. One attacks from the north and one from the south, but their main effort is in south, near San Francisco. After capturing these eastern cities of Canada, then we will straighten our lines a bit, and we will then make a front, a long front. Such a big and massive front that the enemies would have no chance. As for now, our troops are in this area because we want to attack multiple targets. And let's do a little bit of clearing, and you can see a neat line is forming. This front is 2 rows deep, 2 units at each point if possible. Edmonton is in sight. Russians have also a hold. You can see how the city of Edmonton is being encircled. One flank is closing the ranks from the south, and one is cordoning them from the north. And we have some sort of armor now. We are using the standard tactic of the North Koreans, immense amount of firepower. You can see the line, how's it forming, and you can see Edmonton being encircled and outflanked. So I think we'll give the turnover. Vietnam, the dark brown color is Vietnam. Greece is defeated. The thing that we will do is we will complete the capture of America and Canada, and then we will send a task force, small task force, to Brazil to make some gains and finish off the remaining countries. And Europe and Africa are left to the Russians. They'll do their thing because we can't reach there, that's too far for us. We'll only focus on this side, and you can see another line is formed. In this operation we have made an extensive use of paratroopers and aircrafts, and in the near future I think that I would be making a big use of missiles, not nuclear but the ordinary ones, ICBs, intercontinental ballistics. I mean, they are not ordinary by any means, but in front of a nuke, what can any other thing do? You can see now a whole front is forming from, you can see, I will show you the aerial view of this. Such a beautiful sight. Very, very long front. At this moment we have very powerful units, but if we even when we have weak units, this strategy works. The strategy of encircling and annihilating the enemy. It is a proven strategy. And here they are encircled. The tank force is in Edmonton. Such a beautiful line is forming. All boys coming from North Korea. They have made it, and you can see the line. Let's maneuver these units, then we will show you the line. You can see how long the line is, and in Edmonton it is very dense also. Rockets going everywhere. And the Chinese have landed on Australian turf, AstroTurf as they say in hockey. And by coincidence, AstroTurf is exactly that, I mean blue, as you can see in the map.
It is bound to fall. The city of Vancouver. They have staggering odds against them. Generally, I don't make this much of units. I have few and specialized units, but I wanted to use a North Korean strategy when playing from North Korean side. ICBs to be used. Again, the whole line is moving forward. Another city is captured. Canada is coming near its end. You can see the line turning. The city of Kujawak being again encircled. And we have done the all the moves. All the units have been moved. So we give over the turn.
Norway is defeated. This SPG, self-propelled artillery gun, I really love this gun. This is powerful, but it has such a beautiful look. There are more powerful weapons than this, but I really love this. Its style is beautiful. And you can see the line bulging. The line curving like a snake. But a very powerful one. I am carrying the front, so it is getting a little bit slow. But we will use air forces and paradrops to speed it up. Because from here to Brazil, if we carry this front, that would take a lot of time. So we'll also do some rapid charges with Manstein and company, and the bulky front of infantry will come behind. and now I feel we have sufficient forces, so we will avoid making any more units if it is not absolutely necessary. And here it is the front. It is mostly consistent of special forces. And you can see the chain of Chinese vessels in the Pacific theater. Bagramyan is making inroads as well in American territory. This is the rightmost flank of the front, which is moving from Kujawak. Troops are converging on Ottawa. Rockets going everywhere, and Fangdi and Zudi have landed on Australian turf. The brown, the dark brownish color territory is of Vietnam, and they are our allies. And I sense that our allies are doing pretty well in Europe because lots of cities of Europe have lost. T-14 Armada, the iconic tank of Russia. Now we closing towards Ottawa. One or two bold strokes and it will fall because it is already very damaged. I don't know how it got damaged by Chinese Air Force or by whom I don't exactly know. But it is a matter of fact that Ottawa was really bombed with low HP. The port is left behind of Canada, and I have marked it in my head, so we'll do something with it. The Denver city is in sight. General Manstein closing in. He gives a devastating blow to Red territory. Expands rapidly. And from both flanks. We move the northern flank left and flank a little bit forward, and two fronts are converging on Ottawa and Toronto. We move the unit step by step forward. Kuujjuaq is within reach, as is Toronto and Ottawa. You can see the build-up of Chinese and Russian troops. They are beginning to land. Chicago is in the claws of North Korean army, and this is the whole situation of the theater. Canada retains a small chunk of its territory, and we give the turnover.
And you can see the last city of Canada is being approached by Korean troops. Toronto is captured by our troops, and as far as I can remember, there is one port of Canada left. So that will have to be dealt with. And we complete the front again. Chicago is under pressure. Is captured now. And you can see the amount of red territory that we have. The brown territory is of Mexico. So that port is the port that I was talking about. We hand over the turn to the others. We have not created an aircraft carrier yet, mainly because we are fighting inland, and we have don't we have no, don't, we have not crossed
Any open sea as of yet.
New York is also captured.
We have
The tanks upgraded so they have lots of range.
we move the whole army inch by inch forward. Another city is taken.
So here is the whole situation. The amount of brown territory, light brown, you can check, and the whole front. Washington is taken.
As we have taken most of territory in the Northern America, we will wind up the operations and then we will look after the rest of the world. Countries like Brazil and Mexico. Forgive me if I fumble because I have recorded this video in one go and I am really tired of speaking, so forgive me if I do fumble. Manstein goes to Miami in one shot, eliminates the whole defense in one devastating blow. Houston, and we take Houston as well. So all American cities are taken, captured. So here is the situation. Armies are nearing Miami and Russians are also having some hold. And this is the whole army from the aerial point of view. France is defeated, so we can easily guess that Russia has overrun Germany and Poland and France, and even they are nearing Italy. And we have created our first carrier. As I had mentioned earlier, that in the southern tip of America, we will gather our troops, the whole army, and we will send only specialized a small task force towards the rest of countries like Mexico and Brazil. And in especially in Brazil, we will send a paratroop army. We'll paradrop an army in command of maybe Eisenhower or somebody. So China is circling around Australia. As you can see, the whole army is gathered near Houston, and all units would be gathered in one place just to show you the immense size of the army. Havana, rocked with rocket fire. So, as I told you earlier, we will do a cleanup operation. We will just wrap up the things very fastly. We will not take the whole front and army and all of that. We'll just send specialized troops. I told you earlier that Air Force is an important part of modern warfare. This force is just to hold the country of Brazil. You can see that Russian forces have reached the tip of Iberian Peninsula and they are entering Portugal, and the horde of North Korean army you can see. Mexico is defeated. Cuba is also defeated. Admiral Nimitz is doing something near Cuba. By doing this, we will fasten the advance of Russians, and from here we will help the Russians clear up the enemy. And we will clear some of them on our own. So you can see United Kingdom is defeated meanwhile, and the whole conquest is coming to an end. You can see the Russians have made staggering advances, and we captured two more cities. Three. We have just completed the conquest on our own. Palermo, Italy is also defeated. Now there is not much left, just some units to mob up, then all the allies will be defeated. Brazil still lives. Brazil is also defeated. And Conquest is surely coming to an end. Maybe an African country is the last remaining. I don't know which country remains from the allies. Let's find out which country is remaining from the enemies. Here it is. We will bomb it with Air Force, the port, and then we'll take it. Here it is. Where here, and we have goodbye till next time.